So today I just wanted to do a quick review of a new app that I've been using called CoSchedule. What CoSchedule is designed to do is to help integrate your social media management with your blog writing. Something which I've always found a bit of a pain to do. I've tried other systems using Buffer and Hootsuite and things, which all have their pros and cons. But for the last couple of weeks I've been using CoSchedule and I've really liked it, so I thought I would show you what it's all about. So if you go to coschedule.com, the main website, you can have a little look around there. You can have a look at the main features and the pricing. Pricing's pretty straightforward, $10 a month, unlimited users, unlimited social accounts. Free for 14 days, except you can extend that by sharing CoSchedule on your social media outlets. For each one that you share, you get an extra week or 5 days or something. So I've been using it for about 3 weeks now, and I've still got 10 days, I think, left of my free trial. So definitely worth checking that out. But if we go back and sign into my dashboard, this is what you're presented with. So this shows me my top posts of all time. Most of these were before I started using CoSchedule, so it looks back at your social media shares for all of your posts, and these are my upcoming posts that I've got assigned to me. There's only myself writing on my blog, but if you had other writers writing for you, then they would have their own accounts and have posts assigned to them as well. So this is interesting, but the most crucial part about the CoSchedule app really is the calendar, for me anyway. So this is my calendar for February to March this year. All these ones that are kind of greyed out are blog posts and social media messages that have already been sent out. So you can see down here that tomorrow morning I've got a blog post here scheduled, North Muston Park wedding, and I've also scheduled all of my social media messages as well, scheduled throughout the day. And down here at the bottom, Roshni and Gareth, this is social media messages that I actually scheduled last week based on last week's post, which was Roshni and Gareth's Mythe Barn wedding. So the idea with CoSchedule is that you don't just schedule your social media to go out when you write the blog post, you also plan it ahead in advance so that you can make the most of all the social media opportunities over the next 4 weeks or so after you write the blog post. I don't know if you're like me, but whenever I've written a blog post in the past, I set it so that it sends out a tweet and updates my Facebook and maybe my Google Plus, just for when the blog post goes live. Well, what I hadn't cottoned onto was what these guys are doing, which is using a social media queue, which I'll come back to in a bit, but it's really changed the way that I'm using social media at the moment. It's probably the most revolutionary part of CoSchedule. So here's my calendar. All of these blog posts that are sort of yellow backgrounds are drafts, whereas this one here is one that I've already finished writing. So if we click into here, you can see this is me, the author. This is the social queue that I've set up for my blog post, and you can see this is the same day as the post. These are going out. So I've got a tweet, Google Plus, Facebook, Tumblr, and another tweet later in the day. Day after post, another tweet there again, and then a week after goes back up on Google Plus and Twitter again, and then a month after back on Google Plus, Twitter and Facebook again. They don't advise putting it on Tumblr twice. I'm not entirely sure why, but I followed their advice so far. Up here we can see that it's scheduled, and that it's scheduled to go out tomorrow, which is the 13th of February at 8:30. down here I could leave a comment if I wanted to remind myself about something, or if somebody else was writing for me. I can filter the social media messages that are scheduled just by the different social media outlets. I can see all of them. And I can create and assign tasks here for the rest of my team, but since it's just me, I haven't bothered to do that. Over here, these are my categories on my blog, so I can sort that out from here. And if I click on this, it'll take me to my WordPress back end, really, where I can edit the post. And I'll show you that in a moment. So if I come out of this, if I wanted to schedule another post for tomorrow, dead straightforward, I'll just go to the date on the calendar, click on the little pencil up here, and I can either choose to schedule a new blog post, social message, or promote an event. Okay, so let's go with the blog post. I can put in my post title here, so maybe CoSchedule review video, and I want that to publish on the 14th of February. Not the most romantic blog post for Valentine's Day, but never mind. And I can change the time down here to 8:30, which is typically when I send mine out. The author will be me, and I will put this in for photographers. Status I'll leave as draft. I could assign a little indicator here to it if I wanted to. Again, because it's just me writing for my blog, I don't really need to worry about those things. So then I'll just click Add Post. And you can see that that's appeared down here for tomorrow, and that's a draft will also have appeared in my WordPress dashboard. So if I go there now by clicking here, I could go and edit that post and start writing it. From here I can schedule all my social media, so all I need to do is choose when I want to queue up a social media message. So I can have the same, these guys here are already sort of pre-programmed, same day as post, day after, week after, month after, or I can put in my own custom date, so I could do 2 months after, a year, whatever I want to really. So all I need to do is go into the same day as post, select the social profile that I want, so let's tweet something, and then I can write a little tweet here. It already puts in the title and a permanent link, and I've associated this with my bit.ly account as well, so it's already shortened that link for me. This is all done by CoSchedule. I can take the title out though if I want to. I can just put in latest, greatest blogging app for social media enthusiasts. I can spell that. And I can put hashtags and things in there as well. If I wanted to, I can make it an image post, and if I had put any images on my draft of the blog, they would show up there and I could scroll through and choose between those, or I can just make it a straightforward text post. I'll leave it as a link post, and just go down here. Again, I've got the option I can change which day I send it out and what time on that day. I can also, because I've linked it to my Buffer account, add it to my Buffer and let Buffer choose which time to send it out. I'll just leave this as same time as post, add message, and that's appeared there ready to go. I'll just show you how this works with WordPress now. So if I click on edit post in WordPress, this will take me to my dashboard, and you can see it's already filled in the title of the post for me, and I can type away in here as I want to, save the draft, preview it, put in the images as you normally would. But what's really great is down here it's also added in CoSchedule here, so I don't need to go back to CoSchedule. I don't have to go into CoSchedule at all if I want to do everything from my WordPress dashboard. Each post will have this CoSchedule widget at the bottom of it, and I can schedule all my social media from there as well. So you've got the option really, either working entirely in WordPress or using the calendar tool. I quite like the calendar tool because it gives me that option to, well, it gives me the opportunity to see what's coming up this month and make sure that I've got all my posts planned and ready to go really. So I'm going to get rid of this because I don't really want that going out as it is, so I'll trash that post, get rid of it all there, and that's gone from tomorrow. And hopefully they'll go as well. Let's just refresh that, see if that works. Yeah, so there's just a tweet there left from my blog post today. Another cool thing with CoSchedule is you can see your top posts of all time. So here's a post that I did recently about a Super Mario Kart wedding cake. You see it's had 100 shares on Pinterest, 9 tweets, and 2 lots of Facebook activity there. So that's really useful. And I can see over here that I've still got 2 bits of social media coverage left to be sent from my CoSchedule app. The other thing that's quite nice is in the settings. You can customize your calendar, how it looks, the times, number of weeks that you see on one page, the day that the week starts, and the social messages. You can add in extra social profiles here. So here's my connected profiles at the moment, but I can add in LinkedIn as well if I wanted to, or other Facebook pages, Google Plus pages, etc. And you can integrate other apps as well, like Bitly, Google Analytics if you wanted to, Google Calendar. So here's some calendars I've got plugged in as well, and all your WordPress settings down here. I've got to say I found it absolutely fantastic so far, and really useful, and their blog's quite cool too, to give you some tips on how to get started. Here's a recent blog post from CoSchedule showing you a suggested way to use the social queue aspect of the program, and a suggested timeline for sending out the different types of social media messages, because you don't really want to be updating Facebook with the same blog post 2 or 3 times a day, but Twitter, that's slightly more acceptable to maybe tweet it twice a day for the first day, and again on the next day and next week, whereas Facebook, maybe you want to be a bit more choosy over when you do that. So I found that a really neat idea really, and quite different, quite revolutionary compared to how I was approaching social media before.